Welcome back. It Doesn't Matter, episode 4, I think. We have Luke Van Sutphen here today and Dillon Bucchere. So, Luke, love your sweater. Where'd you get that sweater, man?
I think I got it from Zara about 2 years ago in D.C. on a D.C. trip with Mr. Hughes. Were you guys on that? Or?
Nah.
I was on that trip, actually, yeah.
Heard it was a fun trip.
Remember the year before we went to Washington, D.C.
Oh,
with
in
the
eighth
middle
grade?
school.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a fun trip. We went to
definitely.
that one museum. That was fun. I forget what it was called, though.
African history.
Oh, yeah. That was a good museum.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was pretty good. And then I think the weirdest part of middle school was COVID. Remember?
Don't even want to get into it, man. Like, our year literally got cut in half, bro. Like, that was not a fun year.
I was looking forward to that Hershey Park trip towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
And the ski trip got canceled, too, because of snow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did they still do that Hershey Park trip or no?
For this year? Are they still doing it?
Or like just in general?
I think they still do it. I think they still do the ski trip, too.
Yeah. Bro, it's crazy how much, like, little freedom the middle school has. Like, I was walking up to academic the other day, and a kid was like, excuse me, and he was like, what's the time? Because he didn't have his phone with him.
Yes,
I do
dude.
remember that.
I remember that in the one, the lounge area, you weren't allowed to play games on your iPad or
Yeah.
you'd get a slip.
Yeah. And they'd look at your thumbs, and your thumbs would be like that, and they look around you, and you get a slip.
I received a couple slips back in the day.
As did
Clash
I.
of Clans on the iPad.
It's kind of crazy, though, because, like, if you went through elementary school and middle school and you just weren't worried about slips, did you guys get, like, the check or check pluses in elementary school?
Yep, I did.
What if you just, like those, like, explicitly they do nothing? What if you just, like, didn't care what type of check you got?
Well,
didn't do your homework?
Yeah.
Like, what would happen in those
In my
younger
school,
grades?
if you went down, like we had a clips, and if you went down far enough, your parents were getting a call, and my parents got a call. That was bad news bears, so I did not want to get that.
You know, I had something similar. I had the clips one year. One year I had we were all buses. And there was red, yellow, and green. If you got to that red,
It's over, man.
So what's a clip?
a clip like a
It's a
clothespin.
clothesline clip. Like you know those
They
wooden.
give it to you if...
No.
It has your name on
No,
it,
yeah.
and there's like like 5 sheets of construction paper, and it's like okay, good, great, and then it's like bad, and then call home. And then if you do enough bad stuff, you get moved down.
Call.
Yeah.
I remember sometimes the teachers would just abuse their power though. 'Cause I remember one
Abuse
time,
their power?
Yes, one time, it was probably second grade. We had art class, and you had the same teacher for everything except for humanities. And we all had an art shirt that we would wear. We would bring from the beginning of the year, use it to the end. And I put my art shirt on for art. I came back from art, and I still had my art shirt on.
Yep.
My teacher was like, "Yo, take it off." And I was like, "No, I like it," because I painted something on it, and I just really liked it.
Yeah.
And she called my parents because I didn't want to take it off.
I feel like those, like, incidents are good, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you went through elementary school and, like, you didn't do anything, you just, like, followed the rules, I think you'd learn less.
Yeah. No, you definitely learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
But we're also 10 years old, 9 years old.
Like you're
You
not
can't
fully
really expect
developed.
you can't really expect a kid that age to act as if that's their 9-to-5 job to learn about.
We've also known each other
multiplication.
for like 5 years, and we're so much different than 5 years ago. Like you develop so much.
I've known you for 14 years.
Yeah, like you're gonna make mistakes. It is what it is.
Yeah, a school day back in the day when we were, like, 14 consisted of, like, from 8 to 8:25, that would just be, like, a video game block.
Yeah. Yep.
And then,
We did some
Yeah.
funny things. Like remember we had a Nerf battle
oh, yeah. We got the...
in school.
Yeah.
In school, yeah. That was. I remember Miss Volker got very, very upset about
Oh
that.
yeah.
Who's Miss Volker?
She was
She was with Mr. Savino. She's all with him.
Oh, my gosh.
yeah,
the TA.
that's a throwback.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Remember your haircut back in the day?
Well, we all have bad haircuts.
Yeah. I cut it all off one day. I'm kind of tempted to do it now. I kind of want a buzz cut.
Well, you're gonna have to, right?
Oh yeah, I am gonna have to. So I might as well do it now. So.
Get it over with.
I was thinking about getting a buzz cut.
Buzzing it all
For
off?
crew, yeah. For
More
crew.
aerodynamic?
I would already, but like, I don't know, bro.
How do you like crew? What is this, your second year?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We got a little regatta.
I think you guys have races every weekend now.
Just for this upcoming couple of
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking we could, for our I.D.M special episode, we could do a bunch of buzz cuts.
Ooh,
have
a bunch of buzz
guys
cuts.
do buzz cuts.
I could get behind that.
I could get behind a couple buzz cuts.
Little buzz cuts. Yeah.
I could get behind that. We could get some great clips.
Yeah. And maybe get even some more people around the school.
Yeah. We could do a fade. I could fade you up.
No fades, just buzz. Just a one all around.
So, I'd like, Luke and I, we've all watched a lot of Santa Cruz Medicinals, right?
Yes.
So, for those who don't know, in the audience, Santa Cruz Medicinals is a social media page online. The man owns a medicinal company, and it focuses on like anti-red dye 40, anti-carcinogens, anti-too much sugar and different substances.
Inflammatories.
And it's a preventative medicine. And Luke participated in this preventative medicine. He got beef tallow. So
Yeah.
what exactly is beef tallow?
Beef tallow, I saw this, I watched the videos, and I saw all the benefits that it brings. And people spend so much money in the skincare industry, and I wasn't really in that, but I've seen it, I saw it, and I felt like through watching his videos, I could reap the benefits from what he sells, such as beef tallow. Beef tallow is kind of filtered out beef fat and oils. And it's been used for thousands and thousands of years within cultures. The Native Americans were huge with it. They believed in using every part of the animal, and they used beef tallow and on their faces, in their skincare. Other cultures in Asia, they also used it. But essentially, it acts as a moisturizer, and it has a lot of other things in it, such as retinol. Retinol is used in so many different products in skincare, and that helps battle acne and other inflammatory in your face and other things that are giving your face a bad look. So, and without all those harmful chemicals and all those carcinogenics and other
Chemicals and carcinogenics.
and other products. So yeah, I rub that on my face about once a day. I've given some beef tallow to the football players. They loved it after our morning workouts.
Yeah. I watched a Santa Cruz Medicinals video yesterday. It was kind of interesting because he was with his girlfriend, and he was just like sitting on the couch bored with her, and he was like, we need to get rid of love bombing in this society. We need to have a normal relationship. But I thought it was stupid at first, but then I was like, nah, he's onto something, because
He definitely is.
I was thinking about like how now we normalize Snapchat. Like, if you want to get a girlfriend or something, you just send a picture back and forth of the face. And that's kind of love bombing, right? Because that's something that shouldn't be around.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, because of Santa Cruz, Snapchat is bad. You think it's bad?
Yeah, definitely. I think that like technology is kind of like put society in a bad place. Me and Luke last year, for our next term, we went to Maine, and the purpose was like to disconnect from the world and just like connect with nature and yourself in the present moment. And like we were on our phones for maybe like 10 minutes for a week, and like it was like really like transformative. I feel like seeing the world like away from your screen, it was like amazing. We went on these hikes. It was so cool.
And we really interacted with each other. We've talked to people we don't have relationships with, and we developed strong relationships through different adventures we went on. We hiked beautiful mountains. We saw beautiful scenery. And we were introduced to a lovely Flaming Miss Butler's family, and they took us in They cooked for us, and we had a great time at their house.
Yeah.
In general, I think I saw true happiness on that trip. And through technology, you're just gonna get little releases of dopamine scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through Instagram. That's not true happiness. That's just filling a hole in time.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, I'll be in class recently, like, you know when your phone vibrates in your pocket?
Yeah.
It's, like, crazy because that vibration is just trying to get you away from, like, sitting in class. And I feel that stimulus where I want to go in my pocket. I want to take my phone out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just... It's just a little technological device that just vibrates when it wants your attention.
Honestly, it's like starting to control us. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I think a big part of why we are all so attached to technology is because of COVID, and we were all home. We couldn't go outside necessarily. There's rules against that. We even had a curfew, a nationwide curfew. What was it, 9 p.m.?
Yeah, I mean, like, look at 8th grade. I was much more... 8th grade, I'm willing to say, I was much more, like, focused, honed in.
Yeah.
The devices weren't as much of a problem. Then you go through that long COVID stretch, and now I feel like every day it's a problem, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like TikTok is just entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
But then, I don't know.
You find yourself doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah. Or it's just like, you watch those videos and it's like wild nature on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then you get motivated to go off your phone and then you're like, what am I doing? Because you're just like so ramped up with it all.
Yeah. And also, it's killing our attention spans. I find it harder to sit down and do a task and not move, just be completely locked in and focused than I was before TikTok, honestly, or before even 2 years ago, before I watched TikTok as much, and these other Instagram Reels, all these other short video entertainments.
I mean, like, there's like good and bad ends. Like, imagine a kid in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there were times in the day when I was like 7 or 8, I would just like stare at a wall. I would be like so bored. I'd literally just like go in my room and I'd stare at a wall. And I was like, obviously, when you scroll TikTok, like, as much as it's, like, horrible for your brain.
It's literally, like, brain rot, just scrolling, like, that's rotting.
I feel my brain physically just...
But you, like, the thing is, you learn, like, in 5 swipes, you can learn about, like, a war, healthcare, like, taxes. Like, we're getting, like, instead of being bored and staring at a wall, we're just, like, consuming all that information. Like, our brains, like, if we were to talk to a kid in the 80s, our brains are so much more highly stimulated.
That's true.
Our brains are more, as much as, like, we're corrupting our brains, they're probably more capable.
Yeah,
because
that's a good point.
we have so many more factors that we know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's good. Like, when I see someone overseas, like, who doesn't have access to as much technology, or someone from an older generation, they seem more focused or locked in than our generation.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all over the place sometimes.
Yeah, but back to your point about learning about different things on social media, there's also negative to that, because you could learn just the surface level of a conflict, and that could cause serious
like
damage.
misinformation.
Misinformation is huge on social media, and as opposed to in the 80s, like you were saying, they would be forced to read a book. Maybe they didn't have anything else to do, and they would learn about things more in a deeper level without just learning from a basis person posting a short video on TikTok.
But even like I feel like there's always been like that artificial sense.
Yes.
Like in the 80s, they probably just like try to go out, disco.
Yeah.
Disco.
There's like a long, like, I feel like
Disco.
the degeneracy is like in every teenage generation.
Yeah.
It's just like, how is it degenerative? And our generation, it's like TikTok is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like scrolling through TikTok is the degenerative way.
But I think it's good, like it's good that we all understand that it's not good for us, and I think that it's helping us kind of remove away from it, like, and prevent ourselves from really letting it get bad.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's an addiction.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get rid of no matter what, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a positive reward system of dopamine, really.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, is that all we are? Just like a positive reward system of stuff? If like a freaking device can keep us on our phones.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I mean, think about a dog, right? A dog doesn't know that. They don't have the intelligence to critically think as much. You pull out a treat, they do whatever you want.
Yeah.
The TikTok's like our treat sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, my dog will sit at the door and act like he has to go to the bathroom just to get that treat.
See, my dog will go outside and not go outside.
And I don't give it to him sometimes. I call him a liar, and he doesn't get the treat.
Mickey's not a liar.
He is sometimes.
What if he actually has to go to the bathroom? And
Then I let him out.
Yeah, my dog will want to go
tell.
outside just for me to throw the ball, and then he gets sad when I don't throw the ball, and he'll just stand there. Can't always play fetch.
I mean, even within humans, I feel like so many people just think within themselves and don't look at other perspectives and other people in so many different ways. I feel like we're all a little bit selfish. We're all looking for how we can benefit ourselves. Yeah, we can benefit others, but a lot of times it's if we reap some sort of benefit in that way too.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like with human thought, there's like two like ways of thinking. One is like we live on like a rock floating in space, so everything's insignificant and like nothing really matters. That's like one way people think, and the other's
Nothing
like
really matters.
Isn't
Isn't that the name of the podcast?
it doesn't matter, yeah.
nothing matters.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
on the other hand of thinking, it's like you're on this earth like once, so make the most of it, like every opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does it for It Doesn't Matter. Luke, Dillon, I appreciate you guys very much for coming on the show.
Yep. Thank you for having us.
Thank you
I
for
feel like we
having us.
could have talked for hours.
Yeah. I'm fortunate that there is a time budget, but it was a good talk nonetheless, a good podcast, and hopefully there's a equally as good guest on the next one. So yeah. Thank you.